So one of the things I've been recognizing is that farmers are getting more and more and more pissed off at Trump, man. I mean, they are not happy because a lot of the policy decisions he's making are just cooking their ability to make money. So let's start with this. I have this awesome clip for you. This is a soybean farmer, and he lays out what the issue is. Listen to this.
We don't want a bailout. We want a market. Bailouts don't work. Bailouts are Band-Aids. We aren't even made whole off of this. That's money that should be going towards senior citizens. That's money that should be going for the Affordable Care Act. That's money that should just be going to regular tax cuts for normal Americans and not billionaires. Period. Plain and simple. And what he is doing is destroying our markets. And when those markets disappear, we're not going to get them back.
Damn. We don't want a bailout. We want a market. In other words, your stupid fucking tariffs. Your stupid fucking tariffs ruined it, bro. And now they're retaliating. Now, we used to be able to sell these things to China, and now they're buying them from Argentina. And to add insult to injury, you're also bailing out Argentina. What? Okay. Here's a conversation on MSNBC about this exact same issue. You're going to hear from an expert on it. You're also going to hear from a farmer. Watch this.
So Trump's giving him $20 billion, pretty much with no strings attached and with no possibility of regional contagion. This is not like Mexico in the 90s or the Asian economies in the late 90s or the great financial crisis. This is a problem in one country. And the fact that he's giving this $20 billion credit swap line, but it's free money, at a time when the US government is shut down and when America's farmers are really suffering from the trade war and the close off of their export markets. And on top of that China is now buying its soybean from Argentina and not the United States. Well, this has the makings of a really egregious step by the president, to put it mildly.
Yeah, you don't say. You don't say. So wait. U.S. farmers are getting absolutely cooked because of his dumbass tariffs, and he rushes in to bail out Argentina and put on this big show, this big pageant, this show, this theater about how great it is that I'm bailing out Argentina. It's wonderful I'm bailing out. How about you look out for your fucking farmers? And like that farmer said, not in the sense that you just bail them out too, but you allow them access to the market that you fucking tanked, that you took away because of your stupid trade war, which made the United States unnecessarily hostile towards all these different countries. Well, guess what? Of course they're going to retaliate. So they got us fucking checkmated, bro. Who are we kidding? China has us by the fucking balls. And Trump is too stupid to even realize it.
I'm going to get to the domestic politics in a moment, but just one more on the motivation here. Why would the U.S. do any of that? Why would they want to save Argentina's economy in that way, Milei's presidency or his ruling coalition? What's in it for us?
Well, so you must remember that Milei is a real darling of the MAGA right. And in fact, the CPAC conference was held in Buenos Aires last December with Milei as the star of the show and many of Trump's incoming cabinet going down there to speak. And Milei, of course, was famous with the chainsaw. He's taken that metaphorical chainsaw to the government bureaucracy in Buenos Aires, and he presented a real chainsaw to Elon Musk a few weeks after Trump was inaugurated. So he is a buddy. He's a great friend. And I think that's part of it. And another part of it is a lot of big American hedge funds are heavily exposed, are heavily reliant in their investments and bets.
That's exactly right. We actually covered this. What happened was a bunch of billionaires, Robert Citrone, I believe, is one of them. BlackRock is invested over there. They're all fucking idiots. And they thought, oh, with Milei, he's going to usher in anarcho-capitalist libertarianism in Argentina. That's going to lead to the free market to fucking explode in a positive way. And all these jobs are going to get created. Everything's going to go fucking great. It's going to be a utopia over there very shortly. And so Milei gets in there, does exactly what everybody thought. Anarcho-capitalist libertarianism, cut the government to the bone. And what happened? Inflation fucking skyrocketed. Unemployment skyrocketed. Poverty skyrocketed. People are fucking dumpster diving for food. It's an absolute horror show. He already got an IMF bailout. He already got one. Now he needs a fucking US bailout. And so in other words, all these dumbass billionaires, they all drank the Kool-Aid of, fucking von Mises and Hayek and all these libertarian writers. And it turns out they were wrong. They made tremendous bets that the Argentine economy was going to be great. And then now that it's not, they lost their ass. And so it's the billionaires who reached out to Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, and said, we need a bailout or we're cooked. And Scott Bessent goes, sure, I'll give you a bailout. And so that's one of the main reasons, too, why they're getting a bailout. Not just because, Javier Milei is MAGA, but also for that reason, to look out for the American billionaires who would lose everything. Gee, what does that remind me of? It reminds me of the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis and Great Recession. The same CEOs that tanked their own companies, right? Bankrupted their own companies. They got bailed out, and then they also got paid bonuses. They made horrible decisions that bankrupted their companies and the global economy, tanked the global economy, but they got bailed out and they got bonuses as if they did like a great job or something. So this is wild. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
On the success of the Milei experiment. And if that fails, a lot of people who are very close to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent are going to take a haircut, as they say, in the markets.
Well, that's interesting. Donald Trump was asked what makes Argentina so worthy of this. Here's what he said.
How is this Argentina rescue package America first? And is this rescue package meant to help President Milei's party in the coming election?
No, it's really meant to help a good financial philosophy where Argentina can, after 20 years of disaster, because it was very successful at one point, and it can be again, like Venezuela. Venezuela was very, very successful, and now it's a dictatorship. We want to help Argentina, and we want to always help.
We found a scenario where Trump is pretending dictatorship is bad. Talking about Venezuela, he's like, oh, what a dictatorship. Talking about fucking any other country, oh, yes, we love the dictators. This is so sad.
Ourselves, but we want to help Argentina.
Okay, so Scott, what do you think of that?
Well, I think you've got a bigger problem. I think somebody needs to ask Argentina what they did with the $18 billion that China gave them in 2009 that they haven't paid back yet. So now in 16 years, Argentina's got $38 billion of money to prop their economy up while it does nothing but knife me at home. They filled my orders in China. They will fill the bean meal orders. I mean, in what world is it good to loan people, the worst person in the world, to pay back money to prop up their economy, to protect hedge funds who are deeply immersed in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange? Every morning when I watch the market, they tell me if the funds are long or short, and that tells me what my brain's for. It's not supply and demand. It's what the funds do. So how is this a good deal for me at all?
What if the administration is giving you and other farmers a bailout? Does that help?
Well, I want trade, not aid. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of boys that's painted in a corner and they're not going to survive without it. But bailing out Argentina doesn't help my market. Sending me the tariff money that me and every other taxpayer in this country is paying for. I buy parts and I buy groceries and I'm paying the tariffs exactly like everybody else is.
By the way, there was just a report. The American people, working class people, are paying a majority of the tariffs. So Trump pretended like, oh, no, the companies are going to eat them or other countries are going to eat them. Wrong.
And me, that money doesn't fix my problem. I mean, to me, currently all we want to do is throw money everywhere at problems instead of actually sit down and try to fix one. If Argentina fails, okay, they're my second biggest competition. If we're going to make American agriculture great and make it stand on its own 2 feet, then I need my second biggest competitor to fail, because that only leaves me one to fight.
So stop and think about what he's saying there. Because of Trump's trade war, China abandoned the U.S. and went to Argentina to get soybeans. But then the country is failing anyway because of the anarcho-capitalism, and Trump is going to bail out Argentina. So they stole the bailout and they stole the market. They stole both things. America first, my ass cheeks, bro. My ass cheeks. Are you kidding me? This farmer is furious, and for good fucking reason. For good reason. Like, you couldn't craft a policy that was more irrational. And this is why I always say, it's like, whether he's a Manchurian candidate or the dumbest man on the planet, the end result is the same. Like, the end result is the same. He still ends up making the same kind of decision, whether he's the dumbest man ever or a Manchurian candidate. And so, it's the farmers who are feeling it more than anybody else right now, bro. And they are done. I mean, I know we've said this quite a bit, but even with all the Republican rigging and cheating, and they're trying hard, they're trying to overturn the Voting Rights Act and give them, the Republicans, 19 more seats and all that stuff. Even with all that, you might see some wild swings in this next election, right? You really might see, like, all these places that have soybean farmers that make soybeans that are getting cooked right now. Like, you might see some shocking states turn blue. If people lose fucking everything, yes, there's some people that are just Kool-Aid drinking cult members and they'll never, end up making a logical decision. But there's also probably at least half of them or more are going to go, I mean, I care about not losing my house. And so I've got to do what's reasonable for my own wallet and vote Democrat. So this is wild to see. But the farmers are absolutely furious, and I definitely understand it. And Trump is just, it's really something else how quickly he contradicts himself and thinks it's nothing. Like all this America First talk, and now every day it's like, I'm gonna bomb I'm going to bomb fishing boats off the coast of Venezuela, bail out Argentina, and invade cities in the United States. And somehow, what, this is America first? How the fuck is this America first? This is America last. You declared war on America. How is that America first? Jesus Christ. Who else you want to send money to while we're at it? Any other fucking MAGA allies you want to send money to in foreign countries? Meanwhile, you have homeless people here. You have millions of people without health insurance here. You fucking kick 17 million people off their Medicaid here. You cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels. You cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels. But Malay's psychotic, schizophrenic ass is getting $20 billion. Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.